Has anybody seen the Chelsea dad? Has anybody seen Chelsea OG? Has anybody seen Poch FC? Well, actually, Poch FC deserves some credit because Poch FC pulled up at the end of the watch along to talk about the game. So they are the only Chelsea fan right now in this channel that deserves a little bit of respect. But has anybody seen Chelsea Dad? Chelsea Dad is crying in his car. If anybody sees Chelsea Dad lost somewhere in the streets of Manchester, please tell him Heathrow is that way. The airport is that way. Oh, Lord. They thought we going to forget. Ladies and gentlemen, as we've come to the conclusion of match day 15 of 38 in the Premier League, you know, yesterday was the two final games of that match day, but we cannot forget the Mac Double, Mac Tonaldo, or Robin Van Tomini. We have to give him respect and credit and the flowers that he deserves. Matter of fact, not only that, we have to actually say today is Scott McTominay's birthday, so happy birthday, Scott McTominay. Hit the like button for Scott McTominay's sake. Bruno Fernandes! Now, obviously, you know, we always do this thing on this channel after a Manchester United game where we talk about the player performances. We give them a performance grade, have a little, you know, discussion about each player that started, specifically the ones that started. And then, you know, sometimes the substitutes that deserves honorable mention too. But you know what? To make sure that it's a little bit of a, you know, productive conversation, I've got the help of the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, men like Sashiv.
Yo, I'm back with my old setup right now.
Yes, sir. We love it. We love it. We love it. Have you seen Chelsea Dan, bro?
I don't know. Where is he? Probably you might find him with like young keeper or maybe with like Astrid Watt at center. You never know. You never know.
Jesus is Lord.
Oh my, bro! Let's go straight to it and not even waste time and say happy Friday to everybody that's tuned in to the chat. By the way, big up to you, Stephanie, in the house. Stephanie, can I just tell you something, Stephanie? I'm sure I want to hear your experience at the pub because you were there early for the watch along, but then you went to go watch the game with your mates at the pub. I want to know. Also, we got to know about that magical mystery expedition you went on. So Shiv told us about his trip. We want to know about your trip. It's good to have you back, Steph. You have no idea. Luann was crying the other day saying, there's too much testosterone in the chat. Where is Stephanie? So shout out to you. I'm always happy when you're here. Happier when you're here. So yeah. So Shiv, let's read up what Stephanie says. You want to read Stephanie's comment, by the way?
Yeah, Stephanie says, big up to Papi. This will be fun to do a long last. Lots of solid performances from the team players. Standouts for me, Amrabat and Garnacho, control and cutting edge respectively. And it's a fact. 100%.
Oh, like that was for me. I love to see Garnacho just play, bro.
Oh yeah.
And learn and try to be as creative and dynamic and as playful and as unpredictable as possible, you know, because that's the only way where he can learn. He had a moment, you know, in that game where he had a one-on-one, right? And it was Reece James that was covering him, and he unfortunately he wasn't able to beat Reece James. He just, like, you know, got to the final moment and then instead of like faking him, he just went for the shot because he really wanted to get the shot off. But I think some of those moments, can be learning moments for him on how to improve his game moving forward, because there's a lot of potential over there. We saw that almost another bicycle kick that nearly kind of worked out, over there.
He missed a lot of huge chances as actually Mark just mentioned. He said like he wasted 7/9 crosses and missed 3 big chances. Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God!
It's true, actually. It's true.
That's quite a lot, actually. Yeah, when you think about it. But you want him to get those moments and try.
Yeah,
and
of course, 100%. Yeah,
we gotta give some respect real quick. I know we haven't even gotten to the actual.
Assist as well. He really got an assist as well.
Yeah, the assist. That's exactly what I was about to say. That cross, how it was so pinpoint, how it was so, there was just such a very, very intentional delivery about it, because it was either McTominay that was going to get it, Højlund was probably going to get it if McTominay missed it, and there was even a third player. I think it might have been Anthony. So it was just like an exquisite delivery that deserves some, Yeah, for real. Garnacho is growing. He's growing in his role, and it's. I don't know. When Rashford will ever see that left winger position again. It's either Garnacho gets, something bad happens to Garnacho, but until then, Rashford, hold the bench, buddy. Hold the bench for now. And Stephanie says Man United.
Apparently, I just heard like I heard that Rashford is not in the training.
Say what?
What the hell? Oh my God! No.
Sashiv, can you just say that again? What did you just say?
I just saw from the United view. From it's like a Flex's channel.
Okay, and what did they say?
Let me just. I saw it somewhere on the Instagram.
So, well, while you pull it up, let me know when you're ready, when you have it ready, because this is a major announcement.
Okay.
You're ready.
I got it ready. Okay, it says Rashford out. Marcus Rashford missed training today through illness and is now a doubt for tomorrow's fixture against Bournemouth.
Jesus!
What is going on here?
I don't know.
Is this an actual? Should we believe that, or should we like take it with a grain of salt? This is one of those things where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know now.
I don't know as well. I don't know. I'm just giving an
update that you came across. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, and let's see how this situation unravels. But anyway, I was reading Stephanie's comment saying Man United, Stephanie 2, Chelsea, Dan 1. Sorry, Dan, couldn't resist. Hope you're well, buddy. Hey, Steph, that was nice. Also, Stephanie did do this in the predictions, by the way. I was going to say, who in the world would have predicted that Man United, Chelsea was going to end up 2-1? I was going to say this guy. We know who else? Stephanie.
To be fair, I thought it was going to be a draw because I knew we were going to be a lot wasteful. But Scott McTominay saved the day for us,
Bruh. Look, a special shout out to the people that predicted it. It was me, Arjan, and Real.
Someone predicted to lose 3-0. Is it Omo?
Luan, and also Stephanie and Matty. Omo, how can you predict us?
Omo, you're in the mud. You are in the mud.
Omo, congratulations, Omo. We have to give you this award. You are a 007 agent working undercover, Omo. How can you predict 3-0 to Chelsea? 3-0. What? They never believed in us. This is what they're talking about in that song, Sashiv. This is all. What? Yeah. Oh, Lord. Man, also big up to Lou, man, in the building, saying, Papi. Big up. Happy Friday, my friend. Hope that you're well. Hope that you're doing good. Niall in the building says, big ups. Happy hour quiz tonight, boss. Hell yeah. Tonight we playing, in a few hours, we'll be playing the quiz. Make sure you're a part of that. Hit the notification bell if you haven't done so, because every time we put up something, you will be able to see. But that as far as the happy hour is concerned, it's always at 10 p.m. UK time and on Fridays, and 5 p.m. Eastern time in America, for the people in America. All right, big up to Luann, talking about the people in the Northeast part, Toronto in the house. Our 10, big up to you, yo. You deserve your accolades. We did shout you out for getting that 2-1 prediction right. There is no crisis.
He likes the scoreline 2-1. Our 10.
2-1 is his favorite. Just like Mick's one is 3-1. Stephanie said 2-1 for all the home teams. It's so funny. Everybody has that method, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Mark is here. Keep it clean and honest in the review. I'm here with receipts, says Mark. All right, we will be talking about that. Let's go ahead into your thoughts about the game, by the way, as we are going to big up to Poe, as we're going to talk about each player performance. Let's talk about just your general thoughts on the game, brother. How do you feel about this Man United 2 Chelsea 1 performance?
I thought the scoreline will flatten Chelsea. This scoreline definitely will it definitely flatten Chelsea, and even I just saw their fan base, like Chelsea fan TV, like Carefree Lewis and all. They were saying this was the worst. This was their worst performance in like years. I was like, indeed, it was a worst performance. Yeah, I thought the first try it was kind of like even, like end to end, and Chelsea did had a really great chances. One was for one for Mudryk. So Mudryk. I was like, how do you know it scored that? Like Onana was almost towards the right hand side.
I remember just being like, he's through. But the thing for me about Chelsea, the attackers, whenever I saw Mudryk through,
attack is good, but they're so wasteful. Like
they're wasteful, and they don't give you you're not as scared, say, as you're like, it's a Liverpool counter attack, or it's like a Liverpool like 3-on-2. For some reason, like the first few times, I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, it was But as time went on, I was like, you know what? No, this team is actually they have scoring repellent on the boots. You know how these mosquito repellent? Say what?
I'll be real with you. I think Cole Palmer was the only best signing. It was the only best chance of signing. Yeah. I don't know about like Nkunku. When is he ever gonna come back?
Nkunku is like a myth, For me, like he's always Chelsea fans talk about him. Chelsea fans, they say, "Wait till Nkunku comes, man." It's like, man, there's a thing called waiting for Godot. You can also say waiting for Nkunku. You can write a book called Waiting for Nkunku.
This game was actually indeed Ten Hag board. It was actually Ten Hag board.
So would you say it's because Chelsea were wasteful, or it's because Man United were actually really good, or a combination of both?
I think in my opinion, I thought we actually turned up against Chelsea. Yeah. We were just all over them. We just pressed them. We just won the ball in every single one of the deals, and shout out to Amrabat, man.
Amra busy. Hey,
I've been saying this to Flex. Yeah, I may have sent a super chat. I'm like Flex was saying like Amrabat ain't it. I was like, what? Why are you actually like just so reactionary?
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, Amrabat wasn't actually fit for like 1 month.
Yeah.
because he was on his own individual training. He was waiting for the transfer. So
Mhm.
what do you really expect? Is he going to be fit for just 1 month of like individual training?
For real.
You know,
For real.
for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear what you're saying, man. We have to recognize that we have a player
You have to be
here.
patient. It's like Flex was saying he would rather have Fred. I mean, come on, man. Fred just left the club.
Oh my God. Well, somebody tell Flex if he said he'd rather have Fred over Amra business.
Come on,
Fred,
man.
come on, Flex. Get out of here,
Get
man.
out of here, bro.
That is not the way forward. Anyway, let's talk about Andre Onana. How would you rate Onana's performance versus Chelsea?
Uh,
He did not have a clean sheet. The brother, obviously, we talked about the brilliance
mm,
of Cole Palmer scoring that goal. That was
Onana he made like probably one or two saves. He didn't really do much. So, uh, I'm like I would tell you in numbers. So I'll probably give Onana a 6 out of 10. So I don't know.
is 6. Well, we do grades now. How would you convert that 6? So is it a
C
C
plus,
plus?
C plus, C
Okay,
plus.
okay. Even though he made that save, like there was that moment where Nicholas Jackson, or was it Mudryk? Somebody hit the post, but it's Onana who hit it, and then the ball hits the post. And
Okay,
then
okay, okay. Yeah. Okay.
is that
Yeah,
near
that's
post?
it's
You
four
know, you
saves.
remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know people are not
I
happy
remember
with his
now. I
with his
remember now.
diving technique, but okay. So is it a C plus still? Are we gonna keep it as a C plus?
I'm fine with C plus.
All right. What do people in the chat say? What grade are you giving the players? You can go ahead and give all the players your grades really quickly on one chat, or you can just go ahead along with the conversation and say Onana gets a C. If he had a clean sheet, it would have been a B, but a C for me, says R10. I'm giving Onana a C. Kenny's saying C plus. R10 says C. What does Lou Man say? What does Joe Blackman say? Superfly in the building. Happy Fridays, DJ Superfly.
Hola, hola.
Hola, amigos. Hola, amigo. Shout out to you. What grade is Onana getting? Right now, it's looking like it's going to be a C. That's the average, unfortunately. The Compo says that attempted save at the end when the ball hit the post. Word. Onana C. Compo says, I've not blocked you. Thank goodness you've not blocked me. DJ Superfly says,
What? E?
yeah, no, Superfly,
What?
come on. That's harsh. Has anybody seen Chelsea Dan? By the way, you said you never hide Chelsea Dan. He's somewhere crying in his car. Yo. E, come on, E is harsh. B, thank you for bringing it up, for bringing the grade up, Luan. I think it's averaging out to be a C, bro. Looking at what the feeling in the house is. I think it's gonna be a C. All right. C plus. Should have saved that Cole Palmer shot though. You know what's crazy about it, Sashiv, is when you see this is like a tongue twister. When you see that shot, right? Onana dives, but he actually dives a little bit too early. He had time to actually take one extra step and then like spring himself and actually be able to reach. But he was too concerned about, I have to be making the dive, and he wasn't really. So for me, like he should have taken his time with it. He should have taken his time with it, but it's looking like it's a C. C plus.
I'm fine with C plus too.
Compo says C minus. Let's hear one more voice of reason in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Manj in the building. What up, Manj?
Big up, man.
Big up. What's going on, man? We're doing player ratings, yeah?
Yeah, what grade is Onana getting? It's looking like a C right now, fam.
C sounds about right.
C, he 100%. Would have got a B if he had saved that shot, says B. All right, the house says
I agree.
He should have saved Palmer's goal. that Palmer. It wasn't even a strike, It was just like a placement thing, like a Mason Greenwood type placement.
It looked like a placement goal, though.
Oh man, it was for me. I'm actually unhappy with the person who let that. While we're on it, let's talk about Victor Lindelof. Manj, what grade are you giving Victor Lindelof?
First of all, I want to talk about Anana, yeah? You ever seen the film The Matrix? You ever seen the film The Matrix?
Yes.
Where everything goes in slow motion.
Yeah.
That was Anana in goal.
Yo. Come on, man.
I'll be honest with you, Bots, man. I can't remember a lick of what happened in this game.
Yeah,
I can't lie to you.
Same. I thought actually Lindelof looked quite shaky in the first half, and that's why that's why he got subbed off in the first half after the first half.
So you're saying a C minus?
So no, it's looking like Stephanie says C plus. The house is there's some people who ain't even went as far as a B minus, bro. So I'm feeling like the room says it averages. The consensus is a C.
Oh, we're just seeing who's next. 50 Cent's gonna pull up next.
Okay, all right. Let's
just kidding.
Lou Man says Onana could have walked and taken it with his left hand, to be honest. Oh, it's got to be a see you later, Onana.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, all right, Lindy, let's go to Victor Lindelof. What grade is Lindelof getting? Is it a C minus?
C minus.
C minus?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
No, hold on. I'm gonna say C plus.
C plus for Victor Lindelof. ¿Por qué, sir? Why?
Did you not hear what I said?
He only played 45 minutes,
Oh, did he? I'm gonna go with C minus.
So, Shiv, what do you say?
I agree. C minus.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good timing. Big up to Manj. What's up, my brother? How are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Just in time. I came just in time to save the day.
What are you saying for Victor Lindelof, Mark? What grade?
Mark, we got some breaking news.
What's up?
We got some breaking news about Diego Dallo.
What's the breaking
news?
Vote
in. Yeah, apparently you can't vote in the next election because you can't put a cross on the box.
Oh, well, I mean, if you want to say he can't put a cross in the box, I would say the same for Garnacho. So we keep in the same energy, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Talking about energy to make sure that it's not 2 versus 2
missed a joke
in the panel. I want to make sure that we have a democracy in the building because now we're going to have to actually talk about it.
What have I done?
What's
going
on? Big up.
Men like
what's going on?
Yo, listen,
I was early, what?
I'm always there for Diego Dallo slander, but to be honest,
come on, Joe.
Very well. No. To be honest, he played.
Hey, Joe Botch,
well
hold on, guys, let me address Joe. Yeah, you said the wrong channel on KG stream, so you can hold that.
Oh my God!
I'm being all the smoke today. See, I'm all the smoke.
Joe bigging up the wrong channel, bro. But Joe is on
ACIG.
man.
ACIG. Everybody can get it.
Okay, all right. Let's keep it moving.
Okay,
Victor Lindelof. Well, let's talk about Victor before Dallo. All right. Since we're talking about the Palmer strike, what are we saying about Victor's performance in general? Does anybody else?
D.
A B.
A D.
A C minus.
A D as in dog. A D as in dog.
Dog.
Okay,
He should have been more doggy with Palmer. He shouldn't have let him have that much space.
Yeah. The first goal was on him. Actually.
Like a dribbler. It rolling in it like a wet fart, bro.
I agree.
Okay. Anybody disagree with a D?
No.
I'm fine with that.
D for disagree. D for don't deflect. Your joke was bad, says Joe Blackman. Talking up to you, I think, Munch, about that joke.
Accusations, false accusations.
C for Victor Lindelof, says Joe. But everybody else in the panel, five of us have gone for a unanimous grade. We agree on the D. C, pause. C for Lindelof, says Luann. C says Joe. Jeez, there's a lot of C's, you know. Okay, all right. Who else? Anybody else? R10 says C minus. Yo,
Yeah,
it's
C
looking
minus.
like Stephanie says C plus. It's looking like there's more people that are going towards the C than D. One more
As long as
person.
they keep the same energy as we going forward, guys, no problem if we upgrading Lindelof to a C. That means a lot of guys going to get.
Superfly says C,
C
guys.
minus
The house
six.
is spoken. 6
Yeah,
votes
C.
say C, 5 say D, and I think it's a C.
Yo,
Actually, question bots.
Bots, you know you're missing the midfield maestro that controlled the game for us. Where's he at?
We will put him in. I literally just copied the Newcastle lineup and took out Maino, who was replaced by Amra Business.
Yeah, just give him an A++ right now. Just put the A++ there.
We will contest it after. Okay, all right. So Lindelof C is looking like a C minus. I think the house agrees with that. All right, cool. He was taken off at halftime. Shouldn't have given that boy much space. All right, let's talk about.
Do you know, just on the fact that he was taken off at halftime, could it have been maybe because of the injury? Because he's out now for the next game, so maybe he had a knock or something that he was taken off at halftime.
Oh, right.
I agree with the Palmer thing, though.
Yeah, no. That explains it. Hopefully he recovers soon because we've had too many injuries. What the hell, man? All right, Diogo Dalot, guys. Let's go straight into it.
Straight B.
B minus or B?
B. I know people are going to talk about him crossing, but if you looked at the game, he was very influential in that build-up.
He was good.
Very, very influential in that
really
build-up. Even the main thing I always have with him is he's defending, but he's defending. He didn't really have too much issues. Now, I know Chelsea were kind of waiting to hit us on the break, but he seemed to held his own there. So, I mean, Mudryk was non-existent. So, I mean, yeah, we give him a B.
Mudryk was nowhere.
There was also something about the linking up with Anthony. Well, they seem to have like some really good communication there, and it was an impressive performance. For me, the crosses, I mean, I'm always crying for offensive output, but that was really good offensive contribution, you know, from a fullback, you know. That's what you want from a modern day fullback. And yeah, he wasn't tested enough defensively, or he was just always in a very good place there, you know. So big up to Diogo Dalot for that amazing performance. B, not BB, says Stephanie. I don't know. What are you saying? What are you saying about Dalot, Manj?
What's the general consensus? Because I was in and out. Sorry, my bad.
Dalot is B right now, but I want to know if anybody differs with that.
Good offensive contribution. You bear in mind it was against Chelsea. Let's be honest. Small teams. Yeah, B sounds about right.
B sounds right. Okay.
B sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay. And Sashiv agrees and Mark agrees. I think Mark said B minus even, but like, yeah, we say it's a B. All right. Now I get the joke, Stephanie. I was so slow.
My joke was bad.
Today's a day of bad jokes, you know. All right, let's go to Harry Maguire, guys. What does Harry Maguire get?
A minus.
You know what?
B plus, says Joe Blackman. A minus, says Mark.
If I'm being honest with you, I'm giving Maguire a C.
Huh?
Yeah, I'll explain why. I'll explain
Talk
why.
about it.
As a team, yeah, we looked good and we played well, but when it came to when we started defending, number one, Maguire's the deepest, so like you know, when you're playing football, you have to stay with the deepest person in the pitch. So we're trying to play a more high line and more proactive. Maguire is always deep into the midfield or into the defense line. Now, yes, he plays some good progressive balls, but even for the Palmer goal, I know we're going to crash it on Lindelof, but Maguire was marking nobody. Jackson made the run, Dalot followed. Maguire stood there. Palmer came across, and then Maguire realized that he had to follow him, so he dragged both of them. And at one stage, I was seeing Maguire turn up on the right wing. He was in the box taking a shot for that pullback. I mean, fair play to him for getting there, but at the end of the day, that's not where you're supposed to be when we're building up play. So, yeah, Maguire's been okay, but I don't think he's been amazing that I'd say, yeah, he gets a B or an A. So for me, a C justifies him.
Mark, go ahead and respond. I know you want to say something.
Which game you're talking about, bro? I mean, I understand the moment in the game you talk about there, right? But if you remove that one moment, or let me just say 2 bad moments he had in the game, because in my opinion, he had 2 bad moments, right? But for all intents and purposes, Maguire has been our best defender for the last 7 games, and he has been the best defender on the field in that game. A lot of his plays was critical to our build-up in certain occasions, even though we didn't score. You know what I mean? He put some good balls in the box that created threats. He passed.
Also, the McTominay scores. Maguire who
some passes.
Yeah, I'll put it to you this way. I'm not disagreeing that Maguire has been one of our best defenders this season. I'm talking just based off of that game. I mean, even Lindelof got a higher rating than Maguire, and Lindelof was taken off at halftime. I just think in terms of
how... a higher rating than Maguire, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's it not
Lindelof,
computing in my head.
Okay, but Lindelof did get a higher rating.
I'm just trying to translate. If Lindelof getting a C, Maguire baseline is a
No. I'm talking about the match rating. Lindelof got a 6.8 and Maguire got a 6.7. But in terms of how we play as a team, y'all can go check it.
Yeah, but Lindelof get that rating because of the first half. He had one mistake in the first half, really, which was when the ball went through his leg.
So that's what I'm saying.
Apart from that, if he had played the entire game, his rating would have got more critical. And that's how the ratings is get more critical.
We can agree to disagree
on that. You can end
the
first half with a 7 rating and end up with a 5 at the end of a game.
Let's hear somebody else who can bring a little bit of balance to this. But before that, big up to the man Mick Ruby in the building. Happy Friday, mate. Happy Friday to Shay in the house as well. Shout out to you guys. But Mick says, where's Chelsea Den? Yo, Chelsea Den, he's crying in his car. So we don't know where he is. He's hiding.
Brother,
he's hiding.
It's Chelsea Run. It's Chelsea Run.
He became Chelsea Run. Now that's a good one. I want to hear Omo, brother, big up, welcome, Omo. How do you feel about this Maguire conversation, man?
Listen, Maguire was okay. He was okay, right? You can see how the manager want to play. The manager want to play high line, but yes, you see all those chances that they missed. You see all the chances Chelsea missed because you want to play high line and this player cannot defend properly. The rest defense is poor. Listen, go, do this. How we play today, do this against a good team and come back to me. But hey, against Everton,
what grade?
We've seen it versus
what grade? So is he a C or a B?
B.
I was even nice. I said a C. No, he said a D.
He said a D.
No.
I said a B.
He said a D.
Right, I know. Almost said a B.
Yeah, I think a B is a fair grade, guys. Like, come on. For me, he was one of our bravest guys on the defensive line. He had that moment. You remember the slide where he kind of like, there was Chelsea were pretty much through. If he didn't do that slide, Chelsea were through. And that was like, for me, Maguire being able to read and anticipate danger. Passing lane.
That was Bruno.
Yeah, that was Bruno.
No. I'm saying Maguire had a moment like that too.
No, I think it was Bruno, the one where they were about to pass the ball out to the right, and he came in and intercepted it before he got into. Bruno.
Yes, that one was there too. But I'm talking about a moment where in the middle of the park, like Maguire, we were pretty much going to be carved out, and Maguire slid and stopped the ball. that was pretty much going to be a one-on-one situation that was brewing. So I'll find the moment and show it as the show goes on. But anyway, so I think a B is like a fair grade. I think there's nobody that disagrees. Superfly said B minus. Mick said breaking news. Windeloff out sick after inhaling the dressing room.
Oh,
Oh, this Friday, my goodness. Sauce great.
no.
It's fitting for the day. The jokes for today, my goodness. Anyway. Luke Shaw. Let's go to Luke Shaw, guys.
I agree with Joe. If Dalot gets a B, Maguire has to get something lower because Dalot is better than Maguire, man.
I mean, it's not difficult, but here we are.
B minus.
Yeah, B minus is calm.
B minus.
Yeah.
I think B minus is a calm grade. Luke Shaw. Start with you, Manj. What are you saying about Luke Shaw?
Luke Shaw. Does it remind you of Paul? Let's see. I'm gonna go with C.
C?
C for Luke
Yeah.
Shaw. Okay. How?
What I'm doing, I'm setting like a little. Do you know when you set like? Do you know when I'm setting like a little platform for us to disagree?
Yeah,
a little taster. Yeah. C.
Uh,
Whoever wants to disagree, agree. That's cool with me.
I might disagree a bit. I mean, there was a beautiful part of play in the first half where it was Luke Shaw, Bruno, and I think Garnacho, and they played beautifully out of a press, and it led to a chance creation where I think McTominay nearly got his head into score. So on that left-hand side, Luke Shaw seemed to held his own. He was getting up, he was attacking. He was like, it wasn't hoofball. It wasn't just out of proportion. He actually seemed to play good with that channel, and I think him and Garnacho have like a nice little combination going now, where it's not just run and I'll get the ball up for you, and then I have to make an overlap and you don't pass the ball to me. They're actually doing nice 1-2s and building a play properly from the back. So yeah, Shaw maybe a B plus, I think, or even a B, same as Dalot, because they were both very, very good, to be honest.
Okay. And what is Sashiv saying?
Say Shaw is a C plus, guys. That was my take. Shaw is a C plus. I think he was okay. I think he having a decent game. I didn't think he did anything out of the extraordinary. That was a highlight, really. I think it was just typical Luke Shaw, and I can't really give him a B plus for that because I think that's bare minimum, really. He should be better.
Can I just add as well that at halftime we did take Luke Shaw and put him left centre back, and he looked much more comfortable in that left centre back position as well. So I mean, he played two positions in the game. So.
Yeah.
Don't change anything. It's one game. You can't get 2 ratings for one game.
No, but his rating has to be based on 2 positions and like it's a different.
We already say that he's a better left centre back than he's a left back because we already know since his muscle
100%.
don't have the speed to play that left flank anymore. His left flank days are numbered.
I agree, man.
Centre back, I not just him as the left wing back. Regulon held that roll down.
So the grade is a C plus.
I would give him a B, to be honest. But
B.
Do you know what? Butts, run a poll. See what the fans are saying, because I think he deserves a B.
What are we saying for Luke Shaw? This, by the way, what are we saying? And this is the moment I was talking about Maguire. Look at this pass. Look at this pass that's through. Maguire slides, stops, reads the danger.
My thing is, why is he there in the first place? Why is he there in the first place? I
didn't think he meant that. He just
look.
But why is he there? Because that's when we're caught in transition. We're caught in the break, right?
No, bro.
So he's running back.
We weren't caught in transition. We were attacking. Maguire it wasn't the lowest man at that point.
Okay, so look, he won the ball.
It's not his responsibility to be the first man back.
No, I
watch the other player in the far side making the run back.
I'm not.
Luke Shaw and Dalot were tasked with getting back into defense before Maguire because they have the legs.
I agree with you.
Don't just criticize him because of your opinion and you knowing that he's slow.
Bro, let me land the point. I'm not disagreeing that. I'm saying, why is it him in that position? Because we actually had the ball. We were attacking. Then they won the ball and we got caught in transition. So the rest defense are supposed to be the other players, not Maguire in that position. I'm not using it to badmouth him. I'm agreeing with you. I'm talking about who else was supposed to be in that for that rest defense. Maguire did good there, very good. It's not a,
else, bro. If you understand the way the team was set up, there's no one else could have been in that position but him. Everybody else was holding the zone that they were supposed to hold according to the formation and the way the team was set up. If you look at the team was set up. They watch the team set up. If you play the player, you'll see the players on the wing, Dalot, as well as Luke Shaw making the runs to get back. Maguire was making the coverage because he's the slowest defender. So he facing the man first line of defense. Understand? Simple concept, bro. First stopper. He was last stopper. He became first stopper higher up the pitch.
Like I said, I wasn't agreeing with your point. I just don't think that for the rest of defense, Maguire was supposed to be in that position. It was supposed to be somebody else, but it is what it is. It's fine.
Yeah.
He definitely. I saw some really good interceptions as well from Luke Shaw. By the way, that deserves some praise. So,
accolades.
He deserves some accolades. Let's go to Bruno Fernandes. Let's talk about Bruno Fernandes. Start with you. Kudus.
Solid B plus. Solid B plus.
What does Kudus say?
I'd say a B. I knock off the plus for missing the penalty, but I get it. Everybody misses a penalty. It is what it is. A B. Because the reason I say that is because, right, obviously he's the captain. It's a high pressure situation. He had the chance to give us a goal lead, but unfortunately he missed the penalty. It happens. The Premier League has probably copped how he takes his penalty, but apart from that, he was energetic. He was winning the ball back. There was the situation we said about when Chelsea were breaking and he was running back and got the interception. He wasn't playing too much hoofballs. There were actually some nice patterns of play. There was the pattern as well on the left-hand side where I said him, Shaw, and Garnacho played nicely out of a Chelsea press. So, yeah, I think he did put on a solid performance. The only reason I knock off the plus is because of the penalty miss. But apart from that, very, very good.
What does the Shiv say?
I'm giving it. I'm giving a for some reason. I'm actually going to give Bruno an A minus.
Huh? A minus. A minus. A minus. Jeez, these grades differ. You see how Luke Shaw had a solid B from the chat.
He was actually solid. To be fair, he was really solid.
Yeah,
he was really solid in the game.
Bro, Bruno was defensively solid, right? And if you look at the game, all the little passes that connected to the players who made the key passes, it was Bruno. Look at the game. He quietly had the best game after Amrabat, in my honest opinion. So without scoring the goal, if Amrabat wasn't man of the match, we going down the list. Scott McTominay, Bruno.
And then Bruno.
That's just my opinion.
I would have put Garnacho over Bruno, but yeah.
Why? After he crossed, he made 9 crosses, bro, and 7 of the 9 crosses met nobody. Was wasted.
We'll talk about that.
That's definitely a minus. 7 of 9. The 2 good crosses he made, one of them was a goal, the other one was an opportunity. So, I mean, let me not exaggerate it here.
So, if Garnacho gets minus points for making a lot of crosses to nobody, even though one of them was a goal, does Bruno not get minus points for missing the penalty?
Well, he get minus points for missing the penalty. He had a great game besides missing the penalty.
And Garnacho had a great game as well. So
yeah, but I'm not saying Garnacho getting a C, bro. But I'm not going to say Garnacho getting a B plus. I'll say I give him a B, and I give him a B because he made the assist. If he didn't make the assist, I would have given him a C.
B is it looks like B plus is a lot of what the chat is saying.
Yeah, I just changed my mind. It has to be B plus.
Bruno gets a B for me. If he scored the pen, he would have got the A, says Joe. Straight up. R10 says he did create the chances. You know, yeah, man. Compost says, get out of here for saying like anything lower than that. All right. I think for me, like I agree that for me, Bruno had a solid B performance. It's a little bit better than Maguire's performance, but I'd say about the same level as Diogo Dalot. When I look at Luke Shaw's, I feel like Luke Shaw should be a B minus, honestly. A C plus seems a little bit like very harsh.
Sentimental, Papi.
No, no.
Luke Shaw.
I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
saying.
sentimentality, bro. Luke Shaw didn't have an
It's
amazing
not
game.
sentimentality. It's like looking at the average of everybody and being like, why does this guy look like he's been,
Because he was
treated
not
with the
in the
harsh
better
criteria?
half of the average. It's just simple science, bro. The better half of the average getting the better score. The lower half of the average will round up. He rounded up
Well,
well.
the chat goes with a B though. The chat is a little bit more like leaning towards the B, and the panel is the one that's leaning towards the C. So anyway, let's go ahead and give Bruno Fernandes his solid B and say captain's performance. He should have scored the pen. All right, let's go to Scott McTominay.
Yes, you had the Scott McTominay.
The birthday boy.
You gotta give him an A.
Today. You got A today from me, bro.
He's become a man today. He's actually now like this guy is definitely developing into from a Carrington young player to an actual, he's an adult now,
He was not adult since he's 18, bro. He English, you're not in America. He could drink alcohol since he's 18.
No.
We mean in a
footballing
footballing sense of development. I get what Bots mean. He has he's transformed himself into an adult in the footballing sense. I think the one thing we can all agree is Scott McTominay is a threat in the box. In and around the box, outside the box, he's a threat. In terms of what he offers in the midfield, I would rather not speak, but around the box, he does seem like a threat. It's a bit of a sticky one. It's a bit bittersweet because I don't know, is Bruno more of a threat in the box than McTominay? Because then we have to go by hierarchy, because if Bruno's more of a threat in the box than McTominay, surely Bruno plays that role and somebody else more composed in the midfield comes in. But I see it's working, so we're not going to downgrade it, but for that performance, McTominay does get a plus, especially because the first goal, let me not lie, that first goal, it's not something that most people can do, because as the ball comes back from the rebound, he takes the touch, which sets him up nicely for him to take the shot. And then the second goal, I can't remember, but
it was a header from Garnacho.
Yeah, Garnacho's cross. So yeah, the run for that as well was very, very good. So yeah, I think McTominay gets a plus in that game, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's why I'm about to A ++.
I mean, the chat does not.
Man, Shane, out here.
What is Sashiva Man saying about McTominay? McSauce.
Sashiv, you go first, man.
Okay, sure. I'm fine with A+ as well.
And header as well. The header was really good as well. Great instinct on the first goal, because that first goal was Maguire who took the shot, and then the goalie saved it. And as Kudu said, McTominay has this ability to look like he's moving a little bit faster than everybody else in the box when they're just reacting to ping pong balls type of situations. He has this ability to just set himself up, and it's a small thing that's not talked about enough. I feel like somebody who was overdoing it in the praise called him Scott Makaka or something. Like they said, it's like Makaka. He's like moving like Kaka, and I was like, you know what? The thing that struck me about that comparison is because my friend went to see when Kaka was playing in I think it might have been one of the little the cup, that cup that's between the World Cups. They were playing it in South Africa, and then anyway, his assessment of Kaka was saying, yo, Kaka doesn't look like a really good player, but the only thing about him is like he moves a little bit faster than everybody else, but he's not like explosive in speed. It just seems like he puts the ball a little bit ahead when somebody's trying to get it from him, etc., etc. So McTominay is moving Kaka-ish. Anyway,
yo, that's proper slander. Kaka world class, bro.
Yo, but it as a compliment,
man. Listen to me. When a man could take down a ball off his chest to his knee and score a volley from 18
Let me
yards
talk.
out.
1 sec.
Yeah.
That's what
Don't
McTominay
forget,
did.
he missed an opportunity, didn't he? A double
He missed
save
two,
from
two
the goalkeeper.
opportunities. Yeah, two opportunities.
It's not. It's an A, but it's not A plus. It's just an A.
To be
Okay.
fair though, he nearly got a hat trick as well, and his passing was on
Yeah,
That's what
point.
I'm
indeed,
referring to.
He
indeed,
nearly
Look,
got a
A. I
hat
indeed.
think
trick.
A is a bit too
But
extreme.
I find the funniest thing is if McTominay didn't get the 2 goals, what would his rating be? Because we'd probably give him a
C.
C.
You see,
C.
this is the part where I try to stop people and say, the ifs, leave the ifs away, bro, because
No,
that's
I
what
know.
the
I
result is.
like I said, I'm the one who gave him the A plus, but
I
we're
think it's A
just
for me personally, but here we are.
It's A plus plus A for Scotty Mac. A. Mine says A, just a solid A. I think, yeah, let's just agree that it's just an A. A plus from Luen. It's an A for Joe. Kaka was mint, says Superfly. Just A says, all right, just A.
say
All right, no A plus for Scotty Mac. I guess, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's just an A.
Still
All
an
right.
A, but
Let's talk about Amrabat's performance, guys. How was Amrabat? Like he had a moment where he kind of just grew into the game. For me, he seemed like that player that like had a few moments where it's like, oh, the first half you're like, come on, it's looking a little slow, a little like not up to pace, but then eventually he just started controlling and being a metronome for the midfield. How did you guys feel about his performance? Starting with Mark.
With Amrabat, I think, you know what?
Yeah.
Finally, he's been able to get his moment to display his best abilities and stuff. You know what I mean? He's been coming
Yeah.
into moments in games where he's either only playing 45 minutes, so there's no way to correct the mistakes he made. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Yeah.
I think he's been still adapting to the pace because let's be real, like even though it's the Premier League, it's a different team. The players play different. The passes are going to come into him differently. You know what I mean? He's going to be in different
Mhm.
shapes with a new team. So he's getting used to that. And now that he's getting used to it, he's starting to perform well. And this shows why we were chasing him all summer and we
Exactly.
managed to get him on a loan because we couldn't pay for him.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. So Shiv, you were about to add on to what Mark was saying.
Yeah, yeah. I was just about, yeah. I 100% agreed with him. It's yeah. He was just yeah. He has finally came to life in the Premier League, and I'm glad that we have finally see what what is really Amrabat all about, and yeah. And yeah, for me personally, uh he gets a solid A plus for me in this game.
Okay. Okay.
He's been
Plus is
outstanding.
kind of high.
Wait a
I
minute.
know, man.
yeah,
Wait a
but I
minute.
mean,
My
Almost.
internet doesn't want me to be great. Oh, let me say this real quick before my internet fight me again.
Yeah.
Amrabat's A plus. He's been playing like this the whole time. He finally got some help, and now you see the difference. He got some help, you see the difference. His whole past game here, he had zero help, but he played the same. This what happened. And again, I'm gonna go back. This what happened with Mino. Mino didn't get any help. Listen, we all say he's a B, but you know that performance was a C. But hey, he didn't
Mm,
get any help, but he fight that to a C. But hey, we're gonna see next game if these midfielders decide to help out low 6 or 9. My
mhm.
internet fighting me again.
I
Mm,
was going
I
to say, I think Bots, you put it in the perfect word. He was the metronome for us. I think apart from Bruno, Amrabat was the one on the ball for us, the second most. He was the one that bridge that gap from defense to attack and put us on a transition. Not only that, but he was also very influential in winning the ball back further up the pitch. He had the likes of, was it Enzo, Caicedo, and whoever in the midfield against him, and he
mhm.
still managed to hold his own. I know I almost said that he had some help, but for me, I actually thought he did it alone most of the time. He kind of did it alone, especially when Chelsea were breaking. On top of that, he was just composed. His tackling was good. He was making sure that he was blocking off the angles for Chelsea to pass. And yeah, they got through our midfield a few times. They were on the break, but it didn't look as detrimental as it normally would have when teams are attacking us. We've seen it in the Everton game, the most evident one. We've seen it in the Newcastle game. The midfield, whenever we're being attacked, it just looks like it's so open and there's so much space.
Yeah.
But we actually managed to contain Chelsea, which I haven't seen us do for a long time,
Yeah.
in their half especially. So I think if we're going down the list to say who's the man of the match, it's Amrabat. So therefore, he gets an A plus.
That's a strong argument right there. Anybody disagree? A plus
Me.
for Amrabat. Man, why do you disagree?
Because fair enough. Lone Rabat was very solid. He played very well against Chelsea. However, I need to see. It's just one game, you know. I need to see more consistency from him. He played very well. I don't think it's A. I think a solid B plus for me.
B plus.
Who's your man of the match?
Yeah.
So who? Yeah.
For me, my man of the match is gonna be McTominay because he scored 2 goals. Stats. I mean, guys, you can laugh, but TV. But no, I hate stats. XG can PO. You know what I'm saying in that. But it is what it is.
Word. Okay. Well, you're not the only one bringing the Amrabat grade down. There's DJ Superfly as well saying Amrabat is a C plus for them or B minus at best. Wow. All these Amrabizi gets an A, but there's a lot of A's, guys. I think the general feeling for me, it's an A. Mark, I think, also went first on this one, and everybody else gave that opinion, right? Did I miss out anybody on the panel? I think everybody mentioned. I think A minus. Let's leave it at A minus for Amrabat then. Oh Lord, I didn't think like you guys. You must be the ones that are starting up these rumors, calling him the Moroccan Andy Tate or something like that. Anyway, so
it wasn't me. Stone Cold Steve Austin, mate. What?
So let's talk about Garnacho then. Alejandro Garnacho.
The star boy.
Yeah.
But the wings was winging.
Yes.
The wingers was winging. Come on.
Yes.
Come on. Yeah, I was just so impressed with him. I know there were so many things that didn't work out with him, but for me, Garnacho was lively. Every time he had the ball, he was looking to do something. That's what you want from a player that's, is trying to find his game, trying to find his feet. And the whole thing about young players, I'll mention this. Pep Guardiola once said this about young players that are breaking into the scene. And I think he was talking about Phil Foden or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
When players like first burst in, there's a moment where they catch form and they're in a good run of games. But then once that form dips, that moment when they're trying to raise that form again, the second wave, that's when you really know if this player is actually going to be a good player, a long-term player or not, because anybody can catch form, anybody can pull an Ollie Watkins or whatever, or and go in a good 10-game streak and have important performances. But Garnacho, this is your season, bro, to prove yourself as a starter. Push Rashford out the way. Tell Marcus Rashford, Marcus,
move.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What is Omo saying? Yeah. I mean, what is Kudus saying? Let's go to Kudus since Omo is not here.
Yeah. I was gonna say the comment you made about Pep is actually brilliant. I actually didn't know he said that about Foden, but I was gonna say, for Garnacho, when he first broke out, started last season, we saw the intensity, we saw the energy, the drive, the mentality, and then he was coming off the bench, and then he got a few run of games. So when he got a few run of games and he was starting, it kind of dipped a bit where we were like, do you know what, he's not really performing. But yesterday, or whenever we played Chelsea, was the first game where he played a full 90 minutes, and I can say for a full 90 minutes he was on point. At one stage, I thought he might as well start braiding Cucurella's hair because that's how much he made him his bitch. Sorry for cursing. But yeah, he had Cucurella on ropes, and then when Reece James came in, I was like,
Reece James as well.
Yeah, I was like, when Reece James came in, I was like, you know what? I think it might be a bit tougher for him because Reece James is fresh. He's kind of a bit of a better defending, but if anything, he had a better game when Reece James came in. I don't know if you lot have seen the freeze frame of when he sent James to the shops.
Yes.
I twisted that. Do you know in the movies? Do you know in the movies where they freeze frame their record scratch and they're like, "Yep, that's me." You might be wondering how I got here. That's what he did to Reece James. But yeah, Garnacho had a brilliant game as a winger. He was direct. He was coming back, receiving the ball. He was getting involved in the build-up. He was putting in crosses. Yes, they weren't getting there, but at least he was doing it and trying to create for the striker as well. Yeah, he sent him to the shops, man.
Lord, that's a quick turn. Got him. Got him.
But yeah, no, Garnacho had a very, very good game, and he's showing that look, he deserves that spot on the left. And if Rashford ain't gonna step up, then he can step out because Garnacho's here. So yeah, B plus for Garnacho.
Viva.
B plus. Anybody else, Sashiv, you want to weigh in on Garnacho real quick?
I'd say I was gonna say B minus. There's I mean he was a lot wasteful in his crosses, like and including some of his chances as well. Other than that, there's a really room of improvement. So yeah, I mean fair play to him. He's been all right. Fair play.
I hear. Mark, B plus is good for you for Garnacho?
Oh, I was gonna give Garnacho a B minus or a C because
Yo, exciting with
as a winger, I think as a winger, his biggest responsibility is not getting goals. It is not just sending men to the shops, but it's putting the crosses in and they connecting with the striker. Because his responsibility is to serve up the striker. And if you look at his numbers and his crosses in the game, they were poor until that point in the last bit of the game when he finally found the measure and he got a perfect cross in and it was a goal. You know what I mean? He missed most of his crosses into the box. And I think that was poor from him. I think he can do better. I think he had a better game against Newcastle, although he did not convert and we didn't win. I think he performed better in that game. This game, I think he was good. And I think he needs to work on his crosses a little bit. You know what I mean? But that's about it. That's why I said I'll give him a B minus. I'm not gonna weigh too much on it.
Can I come in with a little bit of a counterment there?
Go ahead.
I think it's agreeable that as a team we don't cross at all, right? And
let's not make excuses for the
no,
team,
it's not. It's not an excuses. I'm just. It's the build up, right? So with Hoyland especially, we know he's a dynamic player. He wants to get into the box. He wants to get in the end of crosses. And so many times in that game, you saw Hoyland was probably just a second late, or maybe it was just a bit too high, or maybe the power was just too much. So yes, there is things
but it's
to
still
work
a weighted cross.
I know.
Don't try to make it sound good now, bro. Like, just move on. You know what I mean?
Let me land on the point. I'm not trying to make it sound good. I'm telling you that there is stuff there to work on. There is chemistry that they do need to get together. But this is the first game we've actually seen them do it. And one of his crosses did lead to an assist. So it's about consistency in doing it, and then you build up the quality in doing it. That's the only point I'm trying to make. But I do agree there was some wasteful crosses, but at least he's doing it. And also he was playing on the left, whipping in crosses with his left foot. I mean, come on, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Munch.
I'm sure. Apologies if we went down his route before. Do you think Garnacho is better as a starter or impact sub?
Right now, starter for me. I like him as a starter. I think he's still learning that thing. That whole starting energy requires you to sort of figure out how to space out your attacks, because not every time you have to be taking somebody on. Not every time as a winger you have to sometimes recycle possession and learn. It's all those little things that I'm like, it's important for you in your education as a starter to know how to also pace your energy, but still not not give less than 99% of yourself for the team, because not every time every sprint is 100% sprint. But you gotta make sure that you're tracking back. You're there when you're needed positionally by your team in every phase of play, whether you're attacking or whether you're defending. But There's a little graphic to give us perspective into Garnacho's involvement compared to other people that were also attacking in this game. Look at the attacking sequences. We can see that he took the most shots. He's the person who also, not only did he do that, but he's also up there in terms of chances created, 3, and that's not a bad contribution at all. With 89 minutes played. Yeah,
overall he had the same as Bruno. So I mean, if Bruno had a great game, I mean, by going by that, Garnacho also had a great game.
Yeah.
Bring up Stephanie's comment just real quick. Are my eyes deceiving me? Scott A. I'm about A minus.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about preferences, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's all about preferences at the end of the day.
What is Stephanie saying? Hold on. Big up to RSV for joining us. By the way, if you're just tuning in, thank you so much. We got 17 people that have liked the video. Make sure you're liking. Make sure you're subscribing if you haven't done so. If you're enjoying a part of this conversation, you are a disgrace and a cheat if you haven't liked yet. Anyway, so Stephanie said,
man.
Move if you're not liking the video, man. Come on. All right. Eyes deceiving me. Scott A, Amrabat A minus. It should be B plus and A minus respectively. So B plus for Scott McTominay and an A for Amrabat, says Steph.
Just don't wait. But Scott McTominay again, man of the match, man. The man bagged 2 goals. What you want to do?
Right? Yeah, Stephanie. No. That's the man of the match, Steph. No, come on. Why? You gotta give a little bit more nuance into why you're giving those grades, Stephanie. I want to know the reasoning. RSV said McTominay gets a B plus for me because he did hide at times, which led to Amrabat being isolated. McTominay was very high up the pitch, which led to space in the central area for Chelsea to cut us open.
That's a big boy comment, man.
Apples and oranges, guys. Apples and oranges. But I hear what they say.
Yeah, you can say Amrabat always had support. It's like, okay, he had support, but not all the time. So it's like, all right, B plus. So RSV, I'm curious who your man of the match is then. Let's see. Let's keep it moving and finish up the grades, because another person that we haven't given a grade to is Rasmus Højlund.
Okay.
007 or should not?
B minus.
Yeah, B minus. It's one of those games where you can say, you know what, he was just unlucky, because he showed today that we have a striker. He made sure that the Chelsea defenders knew that there was somebody there. He was aggressive. He was strong. He was making good runs. He was just a bit late. And I think the goal's going to come as long as he continues playing the way he's playing. He does look like I'm really happy with him. I can't really see anything negative to say at the moment. He's dropping deep, collecting the ball. He's looking to release the wingers. Him and Garnacho seem to have a nice connection at the moment. Whenever he receives the ball, he does look to Garnacho, who's out on the wide with space. And yeah, he's getting there. Those late runs into the box, you see Haaland do them 24/7. It's just that the ball gets to Haaland is the only thing. So the connection's going to come. It's like, it's 9.5 there. You just need a little bit more just to make it 10 out of 10, and it all starts clicking. But yeah, B minus is calm for Højlund.
Munch, do you agree with this B minus for Højlund?
Yes, absolutely.
B minus.
Yeah.
Kenny man also says B minus. What is Mark saying?
Yeah, B minus for Højlund is good. You know what I mean? I think he's going to get it right eventually. I don't think we should put too much stress on him. He's the top scorer in the Champions League. Haaland had to catch up to him there. So I'm like, if he can do it there, he's scoring against Bayern Munich. He's scoring away. You know what I mean? He'll come. It'll come.
Hey, Mark, ask you a question real quick. Do you genuinely believe we'll beat Bayern Munich on midweek?
If I go on our last 5 games, if I go on our last 5 performances and I go on Bayern Munich's last 5 performances, I say we would beat them 4-5-1. Easy. If everybody play like we played against Chelsea,
Sorry,
we definitely would beat Bayern.
Do you know what I would add
Because
to
Bayern
that?
has
Right?
been rubbish.
When it
Let's
comes
finish up on
to
Hoyland first before we talk Bayern.
Let's finish this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's finish.
all right, no worries.
Did everybody weigh in on Hoyland? That's I guess what I was trying to make sure that we don't derail the conversation.
We forgot about Anthony.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
And he was actually right.
We'll get there.
There's a space there open. It's for Anthony.
Yeah, the Joga Bonito was Bonito in.
So
he's actually decent still.
Joga Bonito is it?
Joe Blackman said C plus. Sashiv said B minus. Mark said B minus, and so did Kudus. And also, what about anybody else? What did Omo say for Hoyland? Omo, DJ Superfly said B minus. I think the consensus is B minus for Hoyland. Okay, all right. Well, let's get into our Brazilian Anthony dos Santos.
Joga Bonito.
Fake passport.
What grade is Anthony getting? Starting with Munch.
Can we give him an S+ just for sending Thiago Silva to the shops?
Can you dig it? That's my Masaka. For me, I'm gonna say I'm gonna set the platform here B plus.
Man, I feel like you're reading my mind, bro.
Yeah, I think B plus
is dangerous.
Yeah, I'm fine with B plus.
But I actually was going to give Anthony a A, guys. To be fair, A minus. To be honest, I think without his performance on the right hand side, we have way more stress to deal with in defense. And he provided the width. He provided that threat going forward.
Yeah.
He provided an outlet to hold the ball up, to carry the ball. He was 100%. It's like his best game since last season when he scored against, I think it was either Liverpool or Arsenal, something like that.
If we look at our main criticism for Anthony, it's mostly that he doesn't take his man on. And I think ever since he came back, starting from the Gala game, there seems to have been a weight lifted off his shoulder, maybe with whatever is going on being sorted during the interview, getting to speak his mind. He does seem to be in a better mind space. And based off of his game against Chelsea, he was direct, he was defending, he sent Thiago Silva back to the favelas. He dealt with both Colwill and Silva, because at times both of them had to double up, so therefore he was pulling more people to his side, leaving space on the other side. He did his Joga Spinito and then took a shot with his left foot, which was very close to going in. If that had went in, that'd have been goal of the game. But he's he seems more composed, holds onto the ball, lets people come into play, and looks to work with his fullbacks as well. He's getting into the game, and he's starting to look like a decent right winger again. So yeah, B plus. I'd say all the front three, B plus to B minus is a good score for them, to be honest.
So when we look at these scores, I'm gonna just highlight Joe's comment and say, Shiv, can you read it, please?
That's a bit of a brazy one.
Hoyland gets the same as Harry Maguire. Funke.
Make it make sense, blood.
Like I said, Maguire's the C, but
sorry.
All right. Yeah, when you zoom out of it, it's like, nah, we gotta adjust some things down. Like, this is not looking good. But at the end of the day, I think also Anthony deserves the flowers for winning us the penalty as well. I know Bruno didn't score, but had Bruno scored, it would have been like, oh yeah, remembering that moment even more. And he was actually looking. I only saw him try to shoot once, and it was just that one shot that went off target, and it wasn't the constantly overly wasteful Anthony that sometimes we see on the right wing. So okay, Anthony solid A from Luana, solid A. Very varied assists, very varied opinions on Anthony. Anthony gets a C plus from Stephanie. because a B plus is just too generous. Hoyland B plus, same as Viva Garnacho from Stephanie again. By the way, let's see another grade from Anthony. R10 said Anthony B minus. He was instrumental in leading the press. That's when we're overall, guys. We're not talking about that performance. Our press was something that was like almost good. Like I was like, oh, I'm seeing what you guys are doing in training now. You know, there's something that was organized about our pressing that, you know, this is a team. The reason why this impresses me is because this is a team that constantly beat Manchester City's press, you know, and here we are giving them, they only beat us maybe 3 times. If I remember correctly, it's like about 3 or so times where I just saw them just beating through our press. But every time it was just Sanchez sometimes hitting the ball, you know, just outside of the pitch because he just didn't have options available. And that just goes credit to our pressing and how much it has improved. That deserves some flowers. Hoyland is making the space for McTominay to score. C movement from a number 9. It's very Weghostic. Yes. I did mention it in the comments that that McTominay goal is also partially to Hoyland, making McTominay be able to just receive it in that space. 2 Hoylands on the sheet, says Real Malden. Yes, because we copied a sheet from the Newcastle game. But anyway, any substitutes that deserve special mention. Reguilon is in there again.
Reguilon, 100%.
Yes.
I think he played all right.
Do you know, every time I see Reguilon play, bar maybe maybe one game, I always say to myself, this guy, you can see that he doesn't look like he's a United player, and it's not on a bad thing. It's just that he looks like he's a level ahead of them. I know he got his injury and he dropped a few average performances, but he's very energetic, good at running forward. He looks like he's very comfortable in that left back spot. It doesn't look, you know, it's not an eyesore kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I think he did good. He did good coming on, especially when Shaw went to left centre back. He did good. I'm happy with Reguilon, especially after his first game. I saw how many overlaps he did for Rashford, and the guy just didn't pass him. Yeah, he's very good.
Anybody want to chime in on Reguilon? Sashiv, you go ahead, brother. You're waiting. You were waiting to go for it.
Like ever since like his first game against Brighton, and also including his first Champions League game against Bayern Munich, he has been a solid left back actually in my opinion. So I mean like I'm actually glad we actually got him instead of that Chelsea Jack.
Who's that?
Yes.
Cucurella.
Instead of Cucurella. You remember it was Reguilon, Cucurella, or who was the third one that we're rumored with?
I don't even know.
It was these two. It was these 2 left backs.
Sorry, it was just these 2.
It was the center backs. Sorry, I was thinking about the center backs trio as well. But yeah, it was either Serge Reguilon or Cucurella coming through, and you know, and I'm glad we ended up with Reguilon to Sashiv, 100%. What about? So you agree with a B minus?
Yeah, I'm fine with B.
Okay, what does Manj say, and then Mark after Manj?
It's a very good spell against Chelsea. If he does play a bit more, I know he's just speaking about the game. I'm speaking a little bit further ahead, if that's all right. I need to see if he does get selected from the start against your Bournemouths, your Bayerns, etc. I need to see more consistency. Here's my thing about Reguilon, though, man. I mean, fair play is going well. The loan spell is going well. Yeah. I do not want to see him get a permanent deal because we know what happens then.
Yeah,
forget that.
You do not want to see a permanent deal.
Really? Yeah, I agree with that.
Because what happens is good players, well, decent-ish players, because the bar's low at United. Good players on loan, they sign a contract, it all goes to pot. Nothing. So, but B is a good grade for Reguilon.
Okay. Before we go to Mark, I want to say big up to Anthony in the house. Happy Friday, Anthony. Hey. Big up. I just subscribed to the show. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, Anthony. Shout out to you, my friend. Yeah, make sure you join us for the quiz. We're playing a quiz later in a few hours. Every Friday, we always play a little happy hour quiz and also just do predictions for the next coming matches. Match
thanks for
day
reminding me,
16.
bots. Thank you.
We are also going to look at how we did in the match day 15 predictions as well. Go ahead. What you say, Munch?
Thanks for reminding me for the predictions, man. That's what I forgot to do today.
Yeah. You gotta remember the predictions. If you are curious right now, oh no, we'll do that later. We can't go
we
that
will just
because
do
it's
later.
too long. All right.
Oh my God.
And anybody else? We gotta go to Eric Ten Hag. What grade is Eric Ten Hag getting, by the way?
I think we're forgetting one fraud before we go to Ten Hag.
Rashford.
Nah.
Hey,
That guy,
kudos.
there was not enough
Kudos.
time to give him a grade.
Kudos.
Come on.
See,
Kudos.
yeah,
Come on.
Bro,
Fraud. I didn't
this
realize
is why
man
it's
was
got
playing.
handle with Papi, you know. Papi doesn't want to
I didn't
admit
realize man was
he
playing.
brand Rashford. He brand Rashford in it.
see. The reason
Go ahead.
I called him a fraud was because he came onto the pitch. You had 4 touches on the ball. You lost 2 of them. You tried taking man on. You were so out of. He just wasn't there. He didn't look like he wanted to be there. Every time he got the ball, he was just looking to run. I'm like, when you were sitting on the bench, was this what Garnacho was doing? Like,
True.
at least try and make an impact and try and show that, yo, I'm still the starting left back or left wing. I'm still that guy. But he looks so disinterested in the game. I'm just like, come on, man.
Yeah,
But
This,
if you want to
what's
say
it?
we can't give him a rating because of
100%,
10
bro.
minutes, but that's fine. But yeah, he
Yeah,
just looks
man,
so.
it's just like, bro, he didn't play even more than 10 minutes. That's exactly why I meant with it. You can give him an honorable remark. Go ahead, Mark. What were you gonna say about Rashford?
Z minus for Rashford, man. Z minus.
Hey,
Ungraded.
Mark,
I still waiting to see something. You know, this is my honest opinion, right?
Come on.
I'm gonna be real honest about Rashford.
Uh-huh.
It's about time fans come to terms with the idea of him going in the January window and we bringing in
He just
someone
signed a
else.
new contract. He's not going
But
anywhere.
Yeah, well,
Bots, do you
listen, you
remember?
could sign
He
a
ain't going
contract, you know,
nowhere.
but terms and conditions, bro.
Bots, do
But here's
you
Okay.
the thing,
remember?
though, Mark.
Bots, do you remember the
Go
show
on,
we
go on,
had,
go on.
right? And I made the comment that we should have collected that 60 million from PSG or Marcus Rashford, and people came for it.
100%.
I remember very well.
Bro, Gakpo, we
There are
should have
some
got him.
people that were like that crackhead. You know, I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
I'll just, yeah.
Okay. I gotta say, yes, the point about not there was a little bit of walking for me that made me feel like, oh man, Ten Hag, why did you even give him a chance in this game? You should have just showed him that, hey, the team has created the most chances without you on the lineup today, this season. Maybe it's time for you to sit down and ask yourself, look inward and trying to impress again in training. That's all. You know, when I saw the little bit of walking, I'm like, come on, bro. You had a lot of energy. I was not impressed. That's why.
Yeah.
But I also feel like there was just not enough time. So we're not going to spend too much time on Rashi. Let's talk about Eric Ten Hag.
Okay.
Omo can tell you I've been very critical of this manager. But yesterday I don't think he put a foot wrong. He set out a very good lineup. The instructions given to the players were very, very good. He realized when Lindelof was struggling, took him out, put Sean to the left centre back position. The sub with Evans to waste time at the end was very, very good. He was animated on the touchline. He looked like he was in the game and he helped carry the team to that victory. So for me, Ten Hag gets an A that game. I think that's probably one of his best man managed games in a long time. So big ups to Ten Hag, man. He's doing the right things. He's realizing the players that aren't performing, dropping them, and yeah, all you can do is build from that and stop moving like a crackhead, as Omo always says. So yeah, big ups Ten Hag, man.
No. Anybody that has anything else to add on Eric Ten Hag's performance as a manager in the Chelsea versus Man United game? What are you saying, Sashiv?
I agreed with you. It is indeed a good game. Like the tactics were really well set up against Chelsea, and even his pre-match interview, he said about Chelsea but Chelsea can't defend. So that's why I'm giving him I'm giving him an A+ for this one.
Yeah.
Can I say as well,
Well,
in terms of how he's approached the media ever since he banned some of them, some things he says he really contradicts himself, but since that banning or whatever, he's said some things that are on par to what he's supposed to say to the media, and he looks like he might have an understanding now of what they do and how they take his words out of context and how it reacts with the fan base. So yeah, his thoughts on the media now has been very, very good. Yeah, I rate that, because even with Rashford before, he said, "Look, Rashford's not in form right now, but I'm
Oh,
going to
get
bring him
out of
in
here, man,
form."
Arsenal.
Get out of
You're
here,
only at the
man.
top. Get out of
How
here,
long
bro.
is the elephant going to complete it this time is the question. But
I
yeah,
welcome you to this community, Arsenal for life. There's a lot of other Arsenal friends in this community, so just
Big up.
don't
Yeah, big up.
worry. When they say get out of here, they just mean it as a joke.
Get out of
Big up
here.
to you. Hit the
Yeah,
like
But big up
button,
though.
subscribe
Yes,
if you have it.
Hey, Arsenal for life. Can you stay 94% top of the league instead of 93 this time?
Yeah, exactly.
all I
Ooh.
know is all I know is I didn't concede any goals to Luton, so it was okay.
Yes, I am.
Oh! All
Clean
right.
sheet, man.
Aston Villa
Yes,
incoming. Don't go anywhere, Arsenal fan for life. By the way, who blocked Joe's message? Apparently somebody in the chat.
Huh?
I
Joe.
think it was his message about Rashford.
Joe
Oh
blocked him.
no! Oh no! No, guys. All right, let's conclude on the VAR and referee performance.
The one thing I'll say is this is
Sterling
probably one
had
of
a
the games.
dive.
Yes, he did, and he should have got a card for that.
Mm.
But this is one of the games I would say that the ref didn't necessarily make it about himself. I think they gave
Yeah.
us our last penalty for the end of the season, because there was another one where we should have gotten a penalty. Now you can say his hand was in a natural
Yeah,
position,
true.
but it hit two hands in the same movement, so they didn't check either one. But
Yeah.
it wasn't a huge no controversy from VAR or the ref. That's the best way to put it.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's a
Still,
change.
man, those officiating is
I mean, had it ended a draw, we would be nitpicking, saying, "Oh, Sterling, blah blah blah," But like,
Yeah.
there were no really major calamities like we've seen in other games this season in terms of VAR. I agree with that assessment. Mark, do you agree with the take? And Munch?
Yeah.
I
These
agree.
lot
Yeah,
needs
I
to
I
think
be
agree with
consistent.
that.
That's all. Just be
Yeah.
yeah,
consistent.
they need to be consistent. I think a lot of people like to talk about intent and stuff like that, but all of that doesn't matter. This is football. I don't care what they intend or didn't intend to do. I care about the actions. This is a full contact sport. So yes, we expect some players to get bumped and pushed around, and probably they might fall down. But
Yeah.
certain tackles and certain stuff, like the tackle last weekend against Fabian Schär, that's a red card. It's unacceptable. Rashford got a red for that
Yeah,
in the Champions
100%.
League. Fabian Schär deserved a red for that as well.
100%.
Other than that, it's hard to complain about the ref's decisions. At the end of the day, it's part of the game, whether he's right or wrong. And sometimes you just gotta hold it.
Yeah. I hear it. But anyway, let's close up the stream and say, anything else that we want to say. I mean, it's Scott McTominay's birthday, guys. It's time to respect the man. This season has been bailing us out. Brentford, when all the attacking phases had failed. 92nd minute or so, he comes in, does the Scott McDouble, but he's fed us 2 McDoubles so far. Can he keep it going versus Bournemouth? Let's see.
Yeah.
Robin Van Tomini, guys.
Oh no.
I say we have to give him the accolades right now and hope that he can continue it with some consistency. Anything else that anybody wants to say about this game as we are closing shop? 19 likes. Come on. Can we get it to 20?
Yeah, I got what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
The only
Chelsea, hold that.
I was just gonna say, 1 billion spent in your midfield and 2 million Amrabat kept you in his socks. So yeah, hold that, Chelsea. Hold that.
Not just that, Kudus. It's like they had what? It's Enzo, it's Caicedo, it's whatever, Lavia. Man, we came through with a McTomato from our backyard. Free.
Oh my God.
Harrington, baby. He comes, bosses the midfield. What's his name? Amrabat comes in, bosses the midfield.
Business.
He can't talk to us. Chelsea friends, get out of here, man.
And can I just say as well? I think it's going on about 10 years since they last beat us at OT. So come on, man.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
It's been 10 years.
One match ago, wasn't it?
Anyway, they did say that we do good versus teams that are in the lower half of the table. So, you know.
And do you know the crazy thing? Do you know the craziest thing? Yeah. Everton are the one who got a 10-point deduction, but it's Chelsea sitting in 10th. They didn't get that deduction, bro. They're above Chelsea.
They will be above Chelsea. They will be above Chelsea.
So yeah, Chelsea can hold that.
Hold that. My goodness. It is Ten Hag's time. Right now, we can safely say Ten Hag really, really, really outclassed Pochettino. We can tell. Look at the tactics. He was writing them down, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, Eric Ten Hag was writing these tactics down. Press Reece James, Luke Shaw, press Reece James, Amrabat, go press Reece. You know, look at
everybody, everybody, send the whole squad, man. Just go on.
Anthony's the only one who was. Anthony's the only one who was told to stay on the touchline, but everybody.
Brother, I thought he was writing down a pizza recipe when he was doing that writing. What's going on here?
No, hold on. Is that the actual? I'm guessing that's not the actual notes, is it?
No. RSV, Anthony, there's some people in here that are new to this community. These were not the actual notes. Here we're just, Anyway, guys, what a day, what a game. We were treated to an entertaining game. Big shout out to Man United players for showing up and finally giving us something to smile about as Man United fans around the world. I love that we saw the Amrabat that we saw at the Qatar World Cup. Definitely Amra business. He's doing his stuff. Indeed. He was a standout player. I'm going to just say my man of the match was Scott McTominay. I think Mark said it was Amrabat for him, right? Right, Mark? Am I putting words in your mouth?
Yeah, McTominay was my man of the match, bro.
You said
McTominay. 2 goals. What does the guy got to do?
No, but Stephanie says, guys, why give man of the match to goal scorers is my point. Stephanie disagrees with that.
Goals win games. It's not about feelings. Goals win games, bro. The guy scored both of them.
We hear it. RSV said Garnacho is my man of the match. What is Manj saying? Who was your man of the match? Sorry if you said it before.
Pull up Stephanie's latest comment. She's speaking facts on this one. United need to back it up with a win tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
I was gonna say it's a United thing to go lose to Bournemouth but then smash Bayern.
Facts.
But just to talk about the man at the match, I understand goals win games, but without an engine, your car doesn't move. So Amrabat gets that man at the match.
Yeah, same here.
Amrabat gets that man.
I'll change your mind. Yeah, from Garnacho to Amrabat, 100%. Solid.
Yeah.
All right, Garnacho to Amrabat, and RSV went with Garnacho. I went with McTominay and Kenny Fan TV. Did you say yours? Sorry,
Amrabat as well.
Amrabat. Stephanie says, awesome, A+ star Amrabat, unofficial man of the. Oh, Stephanie, get out of here.
We're gonna make it official. Let's make it official.
Stephanie has Stephanie's the type of person who's like, Kudus, you're my best friend, my official best friend, but Mark is my unofficial best friend. And
Stephanie did a heel turn. I didn't like you. Boom. Bye.
Yo, big up to you guys. A+ for Boston Football Power Hour. A+ for Kudus, Mark, and Sashiv, and also Manj, and everybody that made the stream so interactive and fun. And what a nice way to talk about this game and reflect on a very, very, very positive result for us because we're just behind Manchester City. Don't go anywhere. Chelsea, we're coming for you. Anybody seen Chelsea, Dan? And Pochettino? Oh, man, big up to you, Brush. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. It's the Football Power Hour. Come on, Bournemouth.
Move. Bruno Fernandes.